Just how much can a human being endure a hardship?
Victor Hugo wisely answered, "Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise."
Indeed, every sunrise begins with new eyes.
Jake, our main character, is a brown alpinist who is testing his limits by climbing the highest mountains. To better integrate him, we made various alpha masks connected to snow shading that could affect each asset separately depending on the shots.
Similarly, we touched the art surfacing asset on substance and exported some masks to easily manage the level of snow in loop depth. We also worked on a displacement map for close-up that could be replaced by a normal map for wider shot.
One of our intentions was to represent nature as a main protagonist.
We created a process to easily generate the mountains. We started with a generate shape in Maya that we then modified in Houdini with a personalized HDA. We also use ZBrush for better details on the closer shots.
We rendered the mountains with a snow shader, then made different matte paintings in Photoshop for the textures. Next, we applied them to the mountains using different AOV passes directly in Nuke.
Through the layout, we wanted Jake to appear tiny, yet still readable in the immensity of the environment.
In the upcycling sequence, the main challenge was to make Jake's weight impact his movements accurately. To facilitate the rigging, we shot references at the rock climbing gym to test how our bodies and the rope were interacting.
As Jake confronts the immensity of the mountain, he witnesses the deteriorating weather. The possibility to simulate volumes and forces for the wind in Houdini allowed us to play around and better represent Jake's hardship through the severe weather, especially in the avalanche.
We had a lot of FX in our short film, but the most significant element was the interaction between the snow and our characters. We decided to create a vellum setup to simulate the adjustments of the snow to Jake's and the Panther's movements.
To better represent Jake's effort while snow trekking, we adapted our animation references to match the snow simulation. We first recalled walking with sandbag, then actually walking in snow.
We added a variety of controllers and options to the rig to simulate the loss of assets along the way and express Jake's exhaustion.
For better consistency with the animation, we wanted to convey Jake's suffering in this hostile environment by creating a second skin shading involving cuts, frostbites, and better skin tone.
As Jake reaches his limit and gives up, he experiences a magical, out-of-time vision of nature around him in a sequence that required 3 different lighting moods. For the entire film, we defined 12 key shots with different moods.
During the film's turning point at sunset, the Greenway, which symbolizes life energy, displays flowy movement, inspired by the Northern Lights. Its increasing velocity forces all along the curve are meant to create a distinctive dynamic. For faster iterations, it was procedurally generated with FX particles in Houdini.
The green ray marks the entrance of the Panther. We added an emissive glow in the texturings of the eyes, reminiscent of the ray's color, so as to make its actual existence uncertain. For the ground texture, we used reference pictures of snow leopards under different angles and reprojected them on the 3D asset in Substance Painter.
The encounter between Jake and the Panther was challenging for the animators. We had to build the tension through the Panther's mysterious and dangerous acting and keep it cat-like in the snow.
Our CFX specialist Swazik created the Panther's groom. We wanted it to be realistic and fluffy, while also heavier and wet when reactive to the snow. This was achieved thanks to the significant clump work on the groom.